I have recently cleared the NIMHANS M.Phil Clinical Psychology entrance test for this year, and I have secured first rank. Hi, my name is George Felix, and I have recently cleared the NIMHANS M.Phil Clinical Psychology entrance test for this year, and I have secured first rank in all India category. Regarding my preparation, I a large chunk of my preparation was based on the UPS Education's distance mode, in which I enrolled last year. It had around 10 to 11 modules, and corresponding to that material, we also had mock tests online. So if I finished one module, I could go online and do a mock test for myself just to see where I stand in comparison with the other students. At the same time, which parts I need to revise again. That was very helpful. Apart from that, just like any other applicant, I also had a small resource of other books for such as Neeraj Ahuja or Kothari or A.K. Singh. So all in all, the preparation was quite similar to any other applicant's preparation. The important part actually was the strategy. So I followed a very rigid strategy. I like to conceptualize that in three stages. In the first stage, what I do is I go through all the material that I have, all the resources that I have in absolute detail. So I either read, if I have a book, I read it from cover to cover. And if I have all the, like for example, UPS education notes, so I read all the modules word to word, cover to cover. While doing that, I also highlight or underline or just jot down something if I find that important or something that I can come back to. In this way, I stretch this stage one for a very, very long time. That depends, I space it out according to my needs. After once that is done, then I come to the stage two, where I go through all that I've underlined and highlighted, and I quickly flip through pages and just go through it again, just to get it a little bit more reinforced in my mind. The third stage is where I do MCQs, and I feel this is a groundbreaking thing because just like I mentioned before, a lot of us are preparing with similar resources. It's actually your performance in the MCQs that will determine whether you will be able to crack the exam or not. And that is where I spend most of my time. So in MCQs, what I do is I conduct mock tests for myself. So if I know the next exam has, for example, 100 questions, then I will choose MCQs. I will only do MCQs which have 100 questions, or I will do 100 questions of MCQs, and then I will score them. I also give myself negative marking even if the exam does not have negative marking, and then I assess my performance. I need to always have above 80% in that because considering all the trend that we see in the shortlisted candidates for interview, we always see that most of them fall around 80-84%. So you need to have minimum of 80%. Obviously you need to have more than that, but that is a prerequisite what I follow. Again, one more important thing is the strategy is very personal to me, and it's something that works for me. I have tried a variety of strategies, and this is something that I feel most comfortable with. It's very important that you find your own strategy so that you can study appropriately and comfortably. You need to stretch out your time, you need to take adequate breaks, sleep adequately, eat well, have good relationships with people, because that will help you go through this entire load of preparation that is the MPhil preparation. It's a humongous syllabus which needs to be covered, and you should time yourself accordingly. So go for whatever strategy works best for you. That is my strategy. My strategy would work better for people who are avid readers, who like reading a lot, who can sit down and read textbooks or novels or any kind of notes, study material. So it would be helpful. So it's completely up to you what gets you going. Coming for the motivation part, well, to be honest, the motivation that I had was actually quite counterintuitive. It was just that I was deeply, deeply, or that I am very deeply, passionately interested in this subject. So if I come across a topic, it automatically interests me. I want to know more about it, and that's what pushed me, you can say, to study more or to find out more about it. Obviously, my motive was something else, but I know a lot of people who want to do an MPhil because of financial reasons or because they have no other options. So, options which are not purely based for the love of the subject. In that case, I would advise that you should devise your own strategies or coping tips or any kind of small whatever works for you and when it comes to increasing your motivation or getting you over there. I find taking breaks to be most beneficial in that case. Regarding future goals, well, I think it's premature to be very specific right now, but I feel that if I once I finish with my MPhil, I will have more clarity. Which is broadly speaking, I think my interests more towards personality and intelligence, so I might do something about that. I'm interested in a variety of disorders, so there's no limit over there. Apart from that, I see myself working in a psychotherapeutic setup or either in a research setup. So I've covered my grounds very well over there. Let's hope for the best. Thank you.